Hi guys, good evening, good evening. How are you? I'm fine. Welcome. Queen Pumi here. I know I have a lot of new followers on the page, so I'd like to take this time to welcome all my new followers and my loyal followers, guys. Welcome. Mwaiseni mutamboke chungulopo mkwai. Iseni tulande makande. Iliashilelo is a sad story today, guys. Today is a sad story. As you know, I'm a human rights activist, and this is right down my alley. This is what I do. This is a mission that God has given on my heart to fight for human rights of the vulnerable and the marginalized. So today I woke up and saw the post about Pamela, seeing the pictures of Pamela. My heart is broken, guys. I'm not even smiling, little. You know, yesterday was a social issue, but today I'm here again, and I'm really sad, guys. Yeah, so come on, let's chat. You know, we are here to, to chat. We are family. You are my Facebook family. Let's talk about this. It's affecting our young children, our girl child, you know. Girl child is very vulnerable, guys. And actually seeing the videos of those girls is a classic example of human trafficking, guys. We have human trafficking right there in Lusaka, and it took them 6 months to find those girls in our backyard, under our nose, you know, with all the technology that we have. So let's talk about it, guys. I know it has happened. So the discussion today, I want us to look at what is the way forward. How can we prevent this from happening again? And also those girls who have been victims, what needs to be done for their mental health and to just, you know, help them cope with the trauma that they've dealt with. Yes, guys. So welcome, guys. Comments below. I'm reading your comments. Daniel McWilliams, looking great. Thank you. Zamchalo Nipano Promoters, are you a Zambian? Yes, Zamchalo. I am a Zambian. My name is Pumulos Tumbeko. I am half Lozi and half Tonga. Kina mulozi wakwase sheke. Woma bazo wakwachikankata. Ajitonga ndirambaula. Bamama mbatonga from Mazabuka in Chikankata area. So I'm 101%. I'm 101% Zambian. My umutoto wandibashika kunani kani kumazabuka. Okay, jokes aside, I'm not here to laugh today. So good evening, Clifford, I see you. Mutinta, good evening, guys. It's a big problem. What happened to this Pamela drama, which has been going on for almost a year now, is a classic example of human trafficking, where young girls are abducted and they are held for sexual purposes to entertain men. They are violated sexually even before their bodies are even ready to have sex, even before their mind are ready to have sex. These girls are kidnapped by useless men who should be in jail. And you know, there's a big movement all around the world about human trafficking. That is one of the reasons I formed Nangoma Foundation, which is a human rights activist, to help human rights organization to help awareness of human rights. And we have different projects, but it's very hard for me because I'm not on the ground. We have a team. We just started last year, but we are trying to organize ourselves so we can be effective. That being said, Zambia is a signatory to the Human Rights Commission, United Nations, and they have a Human Rights Commission there in Lusaka. But the Human Rights Commission in Zambia is very dormant, you know. It is very dormant. I don't see them making statements. I don't see them having educational conferences. I don't see their presence on social media, because now everything is on social media. So organizations like the Human Rights Commission there in Lusaka should have a heavy presence on social media so that people can contact them when they have information like this. You know, it's serious, guys. It's bad. People can't have 13 girls in a house. Whatever they were doing to them, God knows. Eh? And that's not the only case. A few months ago, there was a woman who was online crying that some foreign national kidnapped her daughter and was having sexual whatever with relations with a young kid. So today, what my point is, I'm really stressed. Like, this is stressing me out because, you know what, PF, they did nothing to implement policies to protect our girl children. They did nothing. And now we are 1 year into the UPND government. Now we have a whole 13 girls held as sexual. Actually, you know, this whole incident is like similar to the Boko Haram thing in Nigeria, you know, where they kidnapped girls from the school. It's the same thing. It's not different, you know. So for me, what I'm saying is this new Dawn government, they are always coming to the West. Here in the West, there are policies where girls are protected. You know, human trafficking is everywhere in the world, but there are policies and programs which prevent such things from happening. Why can the New Dawn adopt some of the policies to protect our girl children? And the whole thing of this human trafficking for the girls is coming mostly because we have a high number of street kids. We have a high number of orphans on the street. That is where this human trafficking problem is coming from. And that being said, so these traffickers, they caught a wrong girl because that Pamela, she has a family, you know. So Pamela has family and they were continuing looking for her. That's why we have found Pamela, because she had a family and people, her family were continuing to look for her. These abductors, mostly people who abduct young girls, they abduct girls without a family so that nobody goes looking for them. You remember, like even here in the US, there is that big scandal for that guy, whatever, Wayne, whatever. They were going to the streets and abducting young girls in foster homes who have no families, who nobody can go looking for them. This is who they target. So the human traffickers target young girls who have no family, the orphans on the street. And I bet you, if they interview all those 13 girls, they have no family. But they touched a wrong person because Pamela had family and they kept looking for her. That's why she has been found. So it's a good thing that Pamela has been found. But now it is a duty for us Zambians. I think Zambians, the problem we have is a discipline in our implementation of the law. I'm not going to mince my words. I'm going to say this again. We have problems in implementation of the law in Zambia. You know, I was to explain what I mean by this. For example, the New Dawn, they campaigned to say they are going to arrest the looters, blah, blah, blah. When they came in power, that all died, you know. Criminals were negotiating with the police. But meanwhile, the voters did their part. The voters did their part and they disciplined the PF and voted them out. So now UPND took over. The youth and voters did their role to discipline PF. Youth are good disciplinarians. They did their job right. So now come New Dawn, they are failing us. I'm here to say, by New Dawn, you are failing us. You have to implement the law. So now you have caught those people, the human traffickers. Please, you have to prosecute these people to the full extent of the law. We don't want again to say the kidnappers have, they have been released or they only caught one person. No, it is a ring of them. They must dig. The Zambian law, this new Dawn government must dig deeper and implement the laws of Zambia. We can't be voters. We go vote, we give them the power, the mandate to rule Zambia, but they are letting us down. It took them 6 months to find a girl in our own backyard, under our nose, honestly, with this technology. They were even using a phone, calling her family. Only one day, once somebody touches a phone, there is systems, there is, technology to track people. That's why we are saying we need new young leaders in government who know about technology. We need young people in government to lead some of these sensitive departments because everything is digital. Pamela's kidnappers were online using a phone and it took them 6 months to find. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Those lives have been ruined. So what I want to see is, what is this government going to do to prevent such things from happening again? I'm speaking here as a human rights activist, in the protection of girls' rights and women's rights. If you want, you can go online and read about the human rights and what it says about the human rights. It's a duty of each government to protect women because they are vulnerable. We have monsters out there. Each time they see a woman, they don't care the age of the woman. All they think about is they need to do something to them. Some people are sick in the head. So that's why I'm saying here to say this government must put up a policy to make sure that this never happen again. It's an embarrassment, When our president was in the USA last week, the whole world was praising him to say he is the best, he's the best thing for Zambia. But meanwhile, in his backyard, there is a case of human trafficking. It dilutes everything that he did. The whole impression that he went outside, our president over there, to create a big name for the country, or Zambia is on the right track. Okay, Zambia is on the right track. What good is it if you have a good economy with a population that is broken? Chimona panganda. If you have a good job, you are making all this money, but your family is broken. What good does it make? It doesn't make sense. Can you enjoy all that money you are making, all the wealth that you are building for your family? Meanwhile, they are in shambles. Your children are alcoholics, prostitutes, whatever, but you are busy outside bragging, kuria, ukweba tiyo ine, my household is perfect. No, it doesn't work like that. Charity begins at home. I've seen a lot of videos where people are complaining. This new government better start putting its house in order from home by protecting its citizens, by protecting its voters, the girl child, by appointing people who are going to follow through the mission, the vision of Hakainde, of our president. I think what's happening in the country now. There was something I saw last week about there's a plan to cause anarchy in the country and to show like the president is failing. And I think this is part of the plot too. It's part of the plot. Everything, all the bad things that were happening under PF, now they are coming to light and they are blaming HH. No, some of these things, they are coming from PF. It's a spill over from PF to New Dawn government. And they want HH to take the blame. No, we say no to that. But that being said, moving forward, HH and the New Dawn, they are in power. So we don't want this situation to repeat itself. We must have new laws to protect young girls. We must have new laws to protect young girls. And then we must follow through. If we make the laws, those laws have to be implemented. Yes, the laws have to be implemented. Yes. Natalie says we have to hold, yes, we have to hold these ministers accountable. They are taking a salary. You know, they are being paid to do this job to protect citizens. You know, it's a job of these ministers, Home Affairs, to protect citizens. It's a job for them to put in a budget to acquire technology that can help, you know, track, you know, human traffickers like this. You know, as the New Dawn government, what I want to appeal to this New Dawn government, they have to implement the law. If we want any change in Zambia or development, it is key that the New Dawn government starts implementing the law. And how do you implement the law? Is holding people accountable, and the people must face consequences. You know, these abductors of Pamela, we must see them behind bars. Among many other people who are running the streets, sleeping in their homes, they are out there in the street. So did we give this New Dawn mandate to forgive people? No. Me as a mother, I'm really upset. Some of you, I know, Muriba, you don't know the pain of having a child. But me as a mother, panona chinkaripa, ukumona bana kashibabo naula in our backyard. Eh? But PF Balishtirama camera before campaign to track everything. Like Lusaka is under cameras, you know. There are cameras everywhere that were installed by the Chinese. Why can't they use those? Why didn't they use those to find these girls? That's what I'm saying. Mukasanga says the president can't do anything alone. So if the president can't do anything alone, let him appoint people who can act. You know, we are living in a different generation now. And the generation that we are living in requires, you know, technology, certain kind of technology to be used. So those appointments must be filled by people who can match the job. Yes. Yes. You know, immediately someone touches a phone, they can touch them in minutes. You know, and in Zambia, every country, if you have a cell phone, that IM whatever number is registered. So immediately you switch on that phone, the number is registered, the GPS or satellite can track it. Zeta can track the phone. You know, so is this because these girls are nobodies? That's why it took them 6 months. You know, that's what we are saying. Because if someone goes and insults the president, they get picked up real quick. They just post a video. They have ways of tracking these people. But we are saying it's the job of the government to protect all Zambians. And then the young girls, they are most vulnerable. Let's protect our girls. Kuchwa mfashani. Just put yourself in the shoes of those young girls. Put yourself in the shoes of those young girls, what they went through. Look at Pamela, how she's looking. I don't know if the government has issued a statement, but we need a statement from the government. They need to come out and tell us what they need, what they are going to do. They shouldn't even waste time. Because maybe there are other homes where kids are being trafficked. That is just one of them. They need to get to the bottom of this quick. They need to get to the bottom of this real quick, because that could be just one location. There could be many other locations in the country where kids are being trafficked. Yeah, Zamchalo says the problem is that some people who can be behind this can be the ones behind the same. No one is above the law, you know. This is what I'm saying to say GRZ needs to implement the law. Zambia is a republic. We have a constitution. That constitution, when it comes to voting, the youth, the voters, they do their part. But the government in place, they fail the voters because they are failing to deliver the mandate of the people. Philip Chavala, we are just talking here. I'm not in court, okay? This is just a blog. I'm not in court. There is no judge. There is no jury. Tulelanda fye. Nach tukalipa. Ine panongo mufyashi. Nach inkalipo kumona abana balia. They were being held there for 6 months. I don't even know how long, being sexually trafficked. So, Iwe Philip, are you happy? Yeah? We are just here to vent. Nach tukalipa. Gathering what facts? The fact is, Uriamwana bali musenda. Isn't that a fact? What else do you want? I don't understand some of you people. I really don't understand. This is my personal blog. I'm just here to vent. Na chinkalipa dimufyashi. No. You know, I don't care. Even if you are 50 years, you are abducted for human trafficking. It shouldn't be done to anyone. No baba naba no nwabale kulobo baleo naula. Tulande kofia to gather facts. Are you normal? Mula ikala fie. You are the people who, like, if they appoint you to a position, you can't even do anything. Because you take everything like a joke. Gather facts to man about musenda 6 months na musanga what gather facts. Gather facts for what? Mula serious. I shouldn't even be laughing. It's not even a laughing matter. It's not a laughing matter. Even just a suspicion. Just a suspicion is enough for them to act. Just suspicion oloninji kala so na umfa umuntu alerida muri ba neighbor, all of our neighbor hear me crying here. They'll call the police to say, go to that house. There's a woman crying in that house. The police will come. And then they'll be like, okay, madam, are you okay? They'll check on me. And it's the law, because you know what, if you're legitica, kwale bachu muntu ba muma bale mumate, papalasi ba muipaya, bane bana batuma phone kuri ba police, umuntu aisafye kudo ati everything is okay. The police go away. And in the end, the person remaining, bashala ba muipaya. Mwamona. So number, it is the law kuno. Neighbor, everyone is a mandated reporter. Nga mfate muri ba neighbor kuri ulerira kutuma phone please 911. They will hear a woman crying in that house. Ba police bale sapopeni. That's why we are saying they need to fund these the police and buy them vehicles. The police come right away. And you know when they come to your door, when they come to your door, they don't end outside. Bale ingira mukati kuchita inspect. Are you alone? Muma kabaj monse. One time I was trying to call Zambia and I sat in 911. Many years ago, I think it was 15 years ago. Accidentally, I called 911. They came and it was late. You know, we have a 9-hour difference. So why do you shikukuno bati? Kadi yakachelo ku Zambia. Usually I call, like when I'm going to bed, that's when I call. So I was trying to call Zambia, but I accidentally called 911 twice and the police came to my door. Hello, police, madam, you called 911. I'm like, no, it was an accident. Are you sure? I'm just like, yeah. So I said, may we come in? Fully armed. They came into my house and I was alone. Baingira mu kitchen monse baingira muma closet monse balengera bafuma baya ku backyard na kweteka patio konse balengera to make sure that I was not being attacked and there's somebody who's threatening me. You know, just on that phone call, which was an accident. So we need that in Zambia. We need to equip the police so they can go. They can investigate. Everybody needs to have a cell phone, you know. Every police officer needs to have a cell phone. They need to be connected. They need to have transportation. Not to land the coffee. Umwana bali musendere 6 months. Bamusangalelu at madam mulenda na ma facts. Are you normal? Don't even take me there. Kuchu waleka na land if you be alive. We are living in a modern world. It's a global world. I am in California, but everything that's happening, information, exchange of information is in real time, is in real time. And that's why I'm here. It's my passion, it's my mission, it's my calling, because I've lived Kubasungu over 20 years. And when I come to Zambia, we are going backward in terms of our social lifestyle. But the technology, shopping, everything is there. But the social services, the human services are not there. That's why I am here to say the government must do better to protect its people. Minister of Home Affairs, Human Rights Commission, what are we doing? We can't have a picture. Last week, our president was all over. He was the man of the moment. He's doing a great job in the country financially, but we have a Boko Haram situation in Lusaka under his nose. Like, really? How can we have a Boko Haram situation in Lusaka? It's the same. It's a Boko Haram situation, They have been kidnapping. And why I'm here, I'm upset. Nimfurwa. Elo ngata ufurirwe, maybe you are part of them. Elo, if you are really like even trying to talk about to send yama facts, I don't even know. Tawakwana. Don't even take me there. Do not. The fact is, umwana bali msedre nama musanga lero. Tamwe nama video ile. That is enough evidence to act. In fact, they should have acted long time ago. And heads should be rolling now to say, why has it taken so long? When these people, they were online, they were using cell phones. Why can't you track them? Yeah. We are going to change Zambia. Let us hold. PF. Yes. Now New Dawn is in government. We have to give them checks and balance for the Zambia we want. We can't be living in a modern world with these same old systems. We are going to sink, It's a global community. If you say it's global. HH was all over. Hey, he did this, the best budget all over. But we come today, under his nose, under our nose, there's a Boko Haram situation in Zambia. It's very disappointing and very sad. Comments, guys. Comments. The Human Rights Commission. Yeah. Yeah. They need to do something. The Zambia Police, the Human Rights Commission, Women's Organization, Muzambia, Yarifua. Women's Rights Organization is dead. Right now, I'm dealing with a situation where a woman, balamuma kumulume balamuma abu tukaya kuba fyashi bakwe aba fyashi bakwe bamugwekisha po kuja kwine kumulume yoko bamuma. Women are so abused in Zambia. That's why I'm saying come 2026, Vanamayo Imeni, let us form government, let us be part of decision making so we can make laws to protect ourselves as women. Right now, there is a case on my phone. Nachibuka fena sanga ama message umukashano yo ali upwa bala muma balefo kumuipaya abu tukaya kuba fyashi bakwe bamulongera tibwerera moko kwinoko bamuma. Zambian men, why do you like battering your wives kanshi? Umwana kashiwanga wata umutemwene kumulongera fye wa mwe batikaliye kumienu. Ero na balumendo ero bachimulongera ni bawishi kuli abaume kuli ko bachimutuma. The father to the girl is actually wachimulongera chibwerera mu kuchupo. So my long umkashana ulianga ba muipaya. She's an orphan. And all the stories that I'm getting of women abused in marriages, they are orphans. Yeah. Ama orphans balechula ku Zambia ndemieva. It doesn't matter what age you are, and we have a high number of orphans because of the AIDS. Abengi abafyashi bali fabali shabana. So twalikwata sana ma orphans. That's why now we never kashana 13. If you interview them, you find that most of them, they are orphans. Ama street kids kulia kulusaka, they live under the bridges. Ama street kids naba fyalaba naba nabo. What is the government doing? In this budget, I didn't see anything to allocate funds to end homelessness, to take care of the orphans. What are we doing as a country? We need to save Zambia. Imitikula empanga, abana is our trophy. Abana is our trophy. Right now, there is no plan for these kids. That's why you akutuwa sungama na 13 mudia. Maybe out of the 13, all of them, they are all orphans. Takulia bakulandila ma orphan. Ku Human Rights Commission kulia balizi. Ama Women's Rights Organization in Lusaka, where are they? They are mute. Yes, you are saying that, orphans are abused in marriages because abafyashi takuli. I know. Aba umkashana kenga takuli abafyashi, aba kumulandila, they are being abused in these marriages. Kaita kwa abafyashi. And some of them, the girls, they are getting married for a meal ticket. But if we had programs, the government has programs for women, abused women, shelters for orphans, where they can teach women to trades and, help them to be independent. There is nothing like that. Ama orphans, I talked to one orphan who said he lived with his uncle. I saw him back grade 12. Bamupela impiat kabia kuli babulu baba wiso. He was living with the uncle on the mother's side. So there alembre grade 12, that uncle amupere transport money to go to your relatives of your mother's side. So that boy actually ended up on the street. And then he found a local church, and the church, they took him in and started helping him until now he's doing something. But right now what I'm saying in Zambia is there is a gap. There is a huge gap of, orphans. They're just hanging on their own, And I know I have orphans too in my family, but my family, at least people have jobs. So imagine, Mambi, orphans, their aunties, their uncles, they have no jobs. They end up in the street. So what we are saying is this government should really look into the plight of orphans, because these are the ones who are being trafficked. For child labor, You find the white merchandise past streets. That is against a human right, So I don't know really. But we have to talk about these things. Not only talking, the next thing is solutions. What are we going to do? So that this thing happened to Pamela should not happen again? I'm done talking, guys. Comments. Thank you for watching. I'm really upset. It's upsetting because me, myself, I have 3 girls, But I can only imagine, I can only imagine if I was dead and something happened like that happened to my children. Yeah, Zam Chalo, you say you give your family jobs, how can they be orphan? No, I have orphans in my family. I lost some siblings, my sisters and brothers, they died. So we have orphans, but we take care of them. What I'm saying is, some families, they have orphans, but they have the aunties or the uncles, they have no jobs, they have no income to help, take care of them. That's why they are on the street. Most of the orphans that even when I was in Lusaka last month, most of the orphans, they say they live with a grandmother, A grandmother bambuya balikota. Tabakwete income. Social cash transfer abapera shinga my grandmothers. You know. So that's what we are saying. So this government should factor in, find a way of providing money to people who are ready to take in these orphans. Like if you say a grandmother has got 3-4 orphans, give her some money, pay orphan to help her take care of that child, the ground child. Yeah. But you know, it's really sad, guys. It's not a happy day today. I'm just sad, and I think, you know, we want answers. We want this thing never to happen again. Kuneka bachita in the West is, if such a thing happens, they put laws in place. Is an opportunity to put laws in place so that that thing never happens again. And it means that when they put laws in place, we don't want people to be excused or to negotiate with police. No. Let down yabanyu doni. So apa fiala shima fiala talala. You know? Fiala shima fiala talala. I'll be very upset. I'm going to follow this case and make sure that the culprits are brought to book. We get to the bottom of this. It doesn't ever have to happen in Zambia. Yeah, so that's it, guys. It's a sad day. Yeah. Yep. I don't even know all the details, but the picture doesn't look good. The picture doesn't look good. But you know what? As I gather more facts, I'll be here to talk about it some more. You know? I think our government just has to, like, you know, hold people accountable and prosecute people to the full extent of the law. They cannot be doing selective implementation of the law, you know. If big names are involved, then the case dies. If you are nobody, they will prosecute you, you'll be in jail. They will come and grade your house, or they will do whatever. So we are just hoping that the people who are behind this Pamela kidnapping, the people who are behind this human trafficking ring, can be brought to book. Because if we want, we can speculate a lot of things. We know that there's human trafficking. Young girls, they're a treasured trophy. They are exported all around the world to work in brothels. That's why the girl is a protected child. Read about human rights. You guys, you all have access to internet. The girl is a protected species. Even here where I live, you know, I live in near Sacramento in California. And they say that this town where I live is a corridor, is a main corridor for human trafficking. So it's a problem. Human trafficking is a worldwide problem. But that being said, they are very proactive in following up these cases. They have task forces, they have undercover policemen who work specifically to rescue girls from human trafficking. They are specific police officers, undercover, specific departments which work to rescue girls from human trafficking and the prevention of human trafficking. Some, they tap their lines, and they, you know, some of them, they stake on Facebook, they pretend that they are a young girl, and they nab them, you know. So we need that in Zambia, because we know now it's happening. We know that human trafficking is happening in Zambia. So we need action by our government. We need laws in place of human trafficking. I know the president signed some law a few weeks ago about child marriages and what, you know. But now there is a problem, a Boko Haram situation in Zambia, up and close. Mulela and Ishmael tualeseka tulenda pali yo mapsi. Leota tuleseka. We are talking about the lives of young girls. You know? We don't know. Some girls, as we are talking, they have already been sold. We know that there's a scam. They sell humans for organ transplants and also for non-can. Yeah, so 100 people, thank you for watching, guys. Comments below. I know not to pesha mano if you're quiet some like comment, but I had to come because this is my mission. You know, I'm a human rights certified advocate. Let me give you my certificate. It's right here. Just hold on. Let me get my certificate. Yeah, so you see, it's my mission. I've given myself, I am certified, I'm a human rights consultant. You know, I'll post it on my page. That is my certification. So this is me. That's what is happening right now is my mission, is my passion, you know, fighting for human rights, you know. And all of you, if you're interested, you can get this certification too. It's issued by the United States Institute of Diplomacy and Human Rights in Washington. You know, let us join forces, guys. Zambia will be saved by Zambians. Abasungu bakulaisa, bapanga deals, basende mpya baya for today shala today chula. Abasungu ni yali bambiro kuisa ku Zambia. Kale bambo kuisa abasungu. Elo baishile when abasungu bambiro kuisa bale itata ma colonial masters. After we got independence, number bali chinje shida my investors, you know. They are not investors. They are there to come for our wealth. They are plundering our country. You know, how can someone pamaini yobe, palandi yobe, pamaini yobe, aisa asen aimba god asen that I'm investing elwa pela pocket change. Asenda bashita copper bashita shinga. Copper is like, yeah, they give Zambia like $3,000 per ton when at the London Metal Exchange is 10,000 per ton. And they call them investors. We have to wake up. Zambia, tufire tuashibuka. Nefi ama human rights, whatever. Ba sungwa ba affiliate fia human trafficking. In our traditional society, kwali po fia human trafficking. Takwali. But I'm just saying that the laws are there. There are good things to learn from the West. Let's use those things to improve our societies and our communities. Not for to say the West, bringing them to come and invest. To come and invest in our land is like, okay, panopanganda ni panganda pamandumu na dikwata na if you say pefiandero mutati chite invest panganda yobe. No, it doesn't make sense, guys. We have to wake up to fit to our book. And you know, not furwa ngata chiku kari pero ta ufulirwe katwish. We'll be here, we'll be talking. More details are coming. And I'll be here, I'll be talking, I'll be making noise until the government does something. They have to make laws. They have to come and make a statement. Ama women's organizations have to be funded mulusakomo so that women bale kwato kwa kubutukira. Bana mayo bale bepa ya bambi bale bachusha bali kala mufyupo. There is no help for women. You know, they should have provided, you know, fidiliaka kwa liba faweza bali shima. What is Faweza doing? Ala kulandira kwa na mayo, kwa na mayo na kwata problem. Abutukirako. Ba mchita fandi, ba mulipira kwa nangu ni hotel room. Kuno banalipia nangu hotel room, ba kulipira hotel room for a week. Kwa libama atishani rescue homes ukwakuya so that you recover. Because women, we are an endangered species. We need all these things in Zambia. Tetule wula tempie tule bikama lonu CDF opo ile ata tule imona. They need to fund women's services, child protective services, especially the girl and women child. Abanamayo, but they need protection. Orphans, wonse fie abalumendo labakashana wonse. Last week tunaenda pali sodomizing, which is not the finish village tika. Like every week is something. Like we will not stay in Zambia without a drama. Mwebantu bakwalesa. Every week there's something bad happening in Zambia every week. Iya week kwa diama accidents, people died. Twaelanda about what the government should do to save the lives of people. Twafuma accident kwa isa pali sodomizing. Sodom yabana balumendo ba nomba lelo twaisa kuli kufidia shidia human trafficking. We need to, and we call ourselves a Christian nation. Like, why are all these things happening? Why? It's not funny. Mwema lady kotuma smiley, whatever. Is it funny? Ni serious business here to the land poi. Like, share, follow Queen Pumi ni panontulu. Real talk. I know I was reading some comments from my post yesterday. But somebody told me that I'm a problem. A problem for what? Busho muntunga lelanda situation efyo ili. Ni shabani problem. If you abasungu balanda, don't shoot the messenger. Do not shoot the messenger. Before you shoot the messenger. Me, it's naripera. You know? My children, they are all grown. I have done my motherly duties. So I am free. I have a lot of time. Some people will comment, hey, yes, some people have time. Yes, we have time. I don't have small babies. My children are all grown. I'm just here with your uncle or your whatever. So I have all the time. I work part-time. I'm semi-retired. And I've given myself a mission to help Zambia become a better place. And each one of you can do that. And you know why I did that? Because it's ordinary people who fight for their rights. It's ordinary people who fight for their rights. Government is there, but if as Zambians and fight for our rights, we will be electing governments. Ama government to Alisala to 6 days, finish village tick. But you know what? Things will start changing when we all start moving, speaking together and asking, demanding government to do certain things. They'll do it. Zamchala wants to be my son-in-law. Ukalete ngombe, me, I'm Tonga in Lozi, so bring like 50 cows. Actually, I'm ready to marry them off. So kuchualeta fie ngombe. Lobola. Ingawalete ngombe yao, it will be an arranged marriage. And then we end there. If you're my too. Zambia, tufile tuwaika, na finondelanda. I have given myself. You can also give yourself. You can team up and work with me. We start lobbying. They are big. Kuma Western countries. What has helped Western countries develop is lobbying. They lobby for different things from the government. They lobby. Pressure groups. You form a pressure group. Something going on wrong in your country. Mapanga pressure group. Mwachita lobby. Paka government passes the law. But we can't be like every time to vote a government ngayaisa, ngayafirwa, mwaba votolola. we are getting nowhere. We are doing the same thing over and over again. So what I'm asking us as a people is like, let's start lobbying. Like if we want something, let's form pressure groups and start lobbying, asking the government to do certain things. Kunoku United States, there are only two political parties. Two political parties they have in the United States. 350 million people. But how do they do it? You know, how are they able to pass these laws and make everything work? But Zambia, 20 million, I'm a political party younger. Let us think. That's why I'm saying, like, you know what? Changing the parties and whatever, we can change the party, but let's start lobbying. Let us form pressure groups and start lobbying for things that we want to see change. Hold conferences, you know, meetings with the government. Because as a citizen, I have a right to see the president. All of you, each one as a Zambian citizen, you have a right to see the president. You have a right to see, to demand audience with any minister. You know? So, panga pressure group, Minister of Home Affairs. We are upset about this. What are you going to do? Let's be action oriented. Not to Facebook to airishanya fiapwa. Mailo kwa isa problem imbi to airishanya fiapwa. We are getting nowhere because we are not finding solutions of improving our lives or making sure that that thing does not happen again. Hey, if you're my man too, let's be proactive. Me, you know what? We have the right man to lead the country, but his cabinet, you know. So how do we help HH? How do we help HH? It's just a suggestion. We form pressure groups, you know, to apanga. Like, for example, I have an Angoma Foundation. Those of you who are interested, you can come under my foundation and we form a pressure group about girl and women's child, and we go and see the Minister of Home Affairs to see what he's doing about this situation, you know, and then he tell us what he's going to do to make sure it doesn't happen again, or if there are any laws that we need to enact in Parliament, we write down the laws and the pressure, you know, the Parliament, so that they can legislate the laws and we can protect our vulnerable girls and orphans in the ABCD. It's very simple, guys, but it has to start from somewhere. We just can't be coming here at 9 and you know, I'm just don't want to be here to talk. No, I want to see some action, you know. I want to see progress, things starting to happen. You know, these are ideas that I'm sharing from my experience and from my knowledge of being in the West for so many years. So, you know, once an idea comes, you can research online. Everything is online and we go from there. Zambia will be made a better place by Zambians. Nobody else will. People just have to step up to the plate and start, you know, making things happen. We all don't want to be in a political party. We all don't want to be politicians. Some of us just want to be humanists to help people, to make sure that the government is representing the interests of the people. Chapwa. Yeah, Matilda. And I need women. Women, you know, women, we are mothers. We feel the pain. You know, we are naturally leaders. And I think if this government had more women, it would be doing better. It would be doing better. I think the men, they are just mostly interested in making business deals and government contracts. I hope I'm going to read your comments. We'll be here to talk some more. That's what has happened is like part of it has hit me in the heart. Ni kumutima na banchena kumutima ideli ashinali nchena. That the topic here about Pamela na nchena, you know. And I just wanted to say something to all of you before I end. yesterday there was somebody told me to say, some people have time. You know what? In life, we are all going to die, you know? So, once what did you die for? We are going to die anyway. So for me, I've just said if I'm going to die, I might as well dying speaking for my country to make my country a better place. You know? Like, what are you doing with your spare time? We all have spare time. And spare time, this culture must end. Or with Zambians, I know you gotta have a work-life balance, but I think a lot of Zambians, by youth, you are wasting your brain power. By youth, if you are a youth, you are listening. By youth, because, you know, the other thing that I'm promoting is young leaders for Zambia. And the older people have come to me and told me to say, we cannot allow our youth to be in leadership because youth, they are not mature. Inga Africa Friday kula 7 days a week balenwa. Why don't you form pressure groups and adopt a cause and start working on that? You start lobbying with the government, you know? We need mature people. We need Zambia, young people who understand these technologies. About some of these people, abali mu government, basambile skulu ya kale. Ili akweba some of these things, therefore basambile na ma skulu, tabafi funda, you know? But we are living in a global community. That's why I am saying we need young people with the modern, latest educational technology, information, fiance to come in government. Because in government, we are living in a global community. Then if you want to say, like me, some of the jobs, I can't even take them because Canada from medical school. But you need some specific trainings applying to which are up to date, relevant to our day's economies. Yeah. So that's that. It's like young people, you need to be mature. I'm going to talk about your drinking habits and whatever. No, you have to start grooming your brains to take over from these old people. Now, mone fide Tag him. You know, Barbara, I see. Barbara Zaya, I see you. Tag him, or you can just take this clip. Use your brain power. Use your brain power to make your country a better place. Takulinchito, yes. Yeah, I know I'm hearing it. Takulinchito. Some of the things, when you give yourself, you go Pamela, for a mission or for a cause, there is no money. Takubempia, your fulfillment is just to sing a better. It's like, you know, Balanda teaching is a noble profession. Because you get paid peanuts, but then you are building people, you are educating people. I guess that's why I'm here, because I'm a teacher. And that's why I'm still fighting to say, what I'm doing here, I don't get paid, but it's the satisfaction of helping people, giving people information, and seeing Zambia to be, like, after I'm dead and gone, probably the things that I'm promoting will not happen. I'll be dead and gone. But I'm part of that vision to make Zambia a better place. Some of you who are young can take the vision and work with it and let it materialize. So we live a better world for our children, our great-grandchildren, and generations to come. Yeah. So thank you, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll be here today. I'm just venting about this Pamela thing, but we'll be here with more details, and then we can exchange ideas, because it's actually shocking to have a Boko Haram situation in our backyard. So thank you, guys. Follow, like, share Queen Pumi. My new followers, thank you so much. We'll be here until God says it's over. Yes. So we'll be here broadcasting, talking about matters that affect Zambians, most especially for me. I am looking for good governance and providing checks and balances and just making sure that we have a better Zambia, to end poverty. But we are in a rich country. So thank you guys. Love you guys. Nora says, actually, yes. Yeah, you are right. I saw some umukashana umubaisa mchita divorce. And then the reasons for the divorce, umulumiana ndachi munamayo alanwa sana. But it's like, what? Alcohol is an outlet. So why don't they channel, instead of going to drink alcohol, go to my groups, make a pressure group to lobby for women's rights. Make a pressure group to lobby for Zambians living with disabilities. Make a pressure group to help people access monies from the cooperatives. Some of you have degrees, you are knowledgeable. You can read a document, understand it, interpret it, and help somebody, Like all those things you can do in your free time. Alcohol is there, yes, but not to be abused, Yes, bye Nyambe, Brenda following. Thank you guys. We'll be here, we'll be talking more, we'll be sharing ideas, because I'm in a place where I have a lot of information. I've seen how, the system works, It's 350 million people, but and your fiance, they consider everything. And in Zambia, we're only 20 million. I'm like, wow, Thank you, Brenda. They have 350 million people in America. But it was seamless. I'm government systems, how you can never find a homeless child in America. But every day I want to for adoption, it's crazy out here. But the government is there, and the government didn't do it by themselves. They are working with the people. Pressure groups, no, I think here we should do this. Or they make a law, I think here we should do this, That's how Zambia will change. We can't live and say, give them time. Give them time. I don't know where it will take us, but thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I'll be here more. Tomorrow, I'll be here more. If I find out some more information about this Boko Haram situation, we'll be here. And you guys, if you find information, let's just come together and share and see what we can do. Maybe we can form a pressure group and lobby so that this doesn't happen again. Thank you guys. Good night. Love you. Thanks for watching. And like, follow, share Queen Pumi, your political advocate and human rights advocate as well. Thank you. Bye.